Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to our boy Yahweh Shem Yahushai, or Shem Kodash. Call
Shalom.
Halalim Yahweh
First
Shem
and
Yahushai,
foremost, want to
or
give
Shem Kodash. That's in the ancient Hebrew, saying all praise to Yahweh in the name of Yahushai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the correct name for the God of the Bible, who the world ignorantly call Jehovah, God or Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai, who the world ignorantly call Jesus Christ. The true name for the God of the Bible in the Hebrew is Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. I want to give the honors unto elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to all the brothers and out there pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, to all that believe in this gospel, shalom. Alright, this lesson, is getting to the top of we are not Africans. And that's what Esau, told us. Esau, referring to the so-called white race, told us growing up that hey, we are so-called black people, or we're Africans, or whatever bullshit under the sun. But in truth and in fact, we're Israelites. Descendants of Isaac, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, should I say? And mainly inspired by I was watching this, listening this song actually, by Jamila and Bugle, and here in the in the song, well, me say Jamil we are Negro. Some of our we think him say Hebrew, Some sorry, let's listen to what do you call it now? Let's let me look up the lyrics. When say oh we are Negro, but the song is Africa. It's all about the glorification of Africa, which we fled into Africa, mainly during 70 AD when we were basically invaded by the Roman army, which is basically prophecy. And then from there, we were captured. Well, we spent a couple of years there, and we were captured. We spent roughly 1500 years there. We were captured and then brought over here in the West. But where were we before we reached Africa? Africa is not our homeland, and this I think is from when a Jamil album, I think you mean Legend, yeah, Jamil Legend. It's supposed to be conscious lyrics here, and it just bring to mind, yeah, them a push Africa, yeah, them a push they call now conscious vibration, so to speak, but it's actually off, and praise God in the song and whatever, but they not even know the name of the Most High, you know. This is Romans chapter 10 and verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to Yahweh, the Lord of God, they will know his true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, and God is as a title. For Israel, right, nation of people, is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. See them have a zeal, them believe in God, and them say them a so-called Christian or whatever. But they acknowledge that there is a power, so they have a zeal of God, right? But not according to knowledge because it's not aligned with truth. First, they don't know his name. Funny. For them they get strike for that one, yeah, but so I can go on. This song, this yeah, think of this. This
Elohim,
song, this yeah, think of this.
yeah, Yahweh, Satan Sagana, as a righteous warrior.
Yeah, so as I can hear when the song was start, him state what? Hello, it's about three name, and all of them wrong. Don't play it back.
Elohim, yeah, Yahweh, Satan Sagana.
You see me? Elohim is basically God's, you know. Which one? Are you talking about Supreme? You say Yahweh. Yahweh is basically a best, we call it a best guess translation, which is an error. Sotamagana, many things remember what that mean, But those are all far from the name of the Most High, So go back to in the scripture, I'm still a search, and still a search. I'm not reach the truth yet. It says, "For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. For they being ignorant of God's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, The word ignorant just means lack of knowledge, them don't have understanding, and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh, you know, and pushing this whole African vibration, that's rule number one. We're not Africans. Oh shit, oh yeah, it is. But
Whoa.
yeah, that's the lyrics, but we're not Africans, we are far from Africans, but we're Israelites according to the scriptures, and Africa is not even a nation, to put it out there. Africa is not a race, it's not a nation, it is a continent that was named after um there's a perception out there that it was named after the general, but I believe the general get it after. So there's all a story, I'm not really sure exactly which, but basically it represents a landmass that has multiple nations on it, you know, and we and these people, native people of this landmass, because we're native, or because we know people scattered all over there now, mainly in the western coast right now, where we basically flee, right, Jerusalem. Let's get them up. Fair enough. Yeah, we'll flee Israel when in Egypt, go through here, so go up and come down, you know, and that's our journey. Because Yahweh Shai tells us, so when we see Jerusalem come past with the armies fled into the mountains, all people been knowing for into Egypt, you know, just as Yahweh Shai. Where did Yahweh Shai and Mary and Joseph fled? When Herod they killed the babies, from what, two, age two, right on down. Right, Yahweh Shai and him parents them flee to Egypt, Africa. But that's the division, Africa, no Asia. So we're not no Africans, right? The scripture says, let me see. This is Galatians 4 verse 26. Which is the which is above, but Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all. And this is a fertile crescent actually. This is the garden that Adam and Eve, as you know the story, was in. Not Africa, the fertile crescent. Let's get it. Mesopotamia, those areas was really mainly the land of Israel from this river, you know, right them up. It is so okay. Tigris River is right here. So it'll be somewhere here. Persian Gulf, Red Sea, right in here is really where civilization starts, so to speak. Right? As the scripture say, the Mosai made man put to him eastward in the Garden of Eden. Eden is the earth, and eastward is referring to the Middle East, not Africa. You know, right? So we're not Africans. Jerusalem is where, if it was Israel, is where we basically come from. We as so-called black people, and just to put it out there as well, not because you're black means say you're an Israelite or an African or whatever. Because your skin complexion have nothing to do with your race. Again, your skin complexion have nothing to do with your race. Race go back to your lineage, where your forefathers came from, you know, or who are your foreparents, because at the end of the day, at one point, everybody upon the earth, they have melanin, if you will, so-called black, because we are all from Noah, who had three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And civilization, or basically earth was repopulated through those men, which were all so-called black men. Where the scripture said the Most High actually divided nations after that. So just because we are from those persons doesn't mean we're all of the same race. What's that? Deuteronomy 32 verse 8. Deuteronomy 32, verse 8, when the Most High divided the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, right? He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is a lot of his inheritance. Jacob is a special people. Jacob's surname was changed to Israel. But are we the same? No. Because again, Egypt is also in the landmass of Africa, which them like associate themselves with the Egyptians, which were different. When you read the story, we were suppressed or oppressed by the Egyptians. You know, when you go to book of Exodus chapter 11 verse 7, but against any of the children of Israel, one nation of people or race of people, shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Two so-called black race, the Egyptians are so-called black people, and Israel are so-called black people. But guess what? They are two different nations, two different race, two different people. Right? Again, so not because you're black, meaning you have the same nation. When you go to the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, Zondervan look like this. I have a hard copy of this like this, but for this lesson, I got the PDF, so we can read it real quick. It says person, right? Or never mind. It says person, um possible, warm, hot. Also come. Some older English versions. Second son of Noah and brother of Shem and Japheth. Alright, Japheth. Let me give the scriptural reference. Had four sons, Cush, Mizraim, which is the Egyptian. See that? Egypt, Mizraim. These are the persons that enslaved us. Put and Canaan. Think Canaan go back to even the Philistines, which we had war with, from read the scriptures here, you be a war. Right? We know when we slay even well, we but David slay Goliath, through the spirit and prophet of Shimei Shai. Says he is identified as the ancestor of the Egyptians and the peoples who were under the control of Egypt in northeast Africa, Arabia, and Canaan, with the exception of Nimrod. His name serves also as the patronymic of his descendants, right? Um, let's continue. It says, where is it? Let me stop off. It says, people's his name, yeah, descendants of, and give scripture reference, Hamites supplied also, but this reference may allude to an otherwise unknown place. It says the term Hamitic was commonly used in the past to designate a group of languages in Africa. It says, and if you recognize Cush, Mizraim, Put, Canaan, to basically races that came from Ham, including Egyptians that are related to the Semitic languages. It says a label, blah, 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 blah. Some used by today's scholars who refer to the term. Why am I not seeing them I look for? Right, maybe going to Hamite. Really not give me exactly what I want. It basically should outline the difference. Um, No, so okay, it's really not giving me what exactly I want as it should. Never proofread it. No, just find the definition and left it there. But in the in the hard copy, it actually illustrates definitely. Let me see how we can get this real quick. So okay, 1 minute. So okay, give me a second. I stop screen share and pull up the definition when I look for get a picture. Stop. All right. Give me a second. Okay. This one get the definition to show difference actually. Thought it was there, but PDF omits it. But lucky we have the hard copy. All right, here we go. All right, let's start screen share. All right, so okay about that delay. Here is it. I had to take a picture from the hard copy. As I said, this is the copy that I have, the hard copy. It's on the Zander van Kompat Bible Dictionary. So here is it. It says Ham, perhaps Hot, the youngest son of Noah, born probably. So I can just no fuck it. Anyways, Ham, it says perhaps Hot, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons who lived through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, so-called black people, dark skin races, not the Negroes. So exclude the Negroes. The Negroes, people call Negroes today are so-called are different people, and they're not Hamites. Let's see. These are the Negroes. Who get called Negroes? We, you know, but them black. So it says not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, Jake Love sing more Ethiopian out here, the Libyans and the Canaanites, is and then see when his father, yeah, I can leave it there. But the main point is when it says that basically Ham is basically progenitor, right, the forefather of the dark races, not the Negroes, right? Exclude the Negroes. Negroes, them are different people. Who are they? They are actually the Israelites, right? Not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. So the people them in the landmass of Africa right now, they are actually different people. Well, I'm say the people native to the landmass of Africa. Because we flee to Africa, with people all over right now. But the so-called Negroes, right, are actually chiefly of the tribe of Benjamin, Judah, and Levi. We are the dark races, so-called more pigmentation, if you will, because we also consist of what the Northern Kingdom, which are the so-called Native American Indians, and they call them the Native American Indians, Seminole Indians, right? And then those people like what inhabit um, Central and South America, North America is also Native American Indians. We are the we come we basically make up the nation of Israel. So we're actually different from the Africans, right? Again, one um so-called black people, same pigmentation, but different. We come from different people, and the Most High divide and separate us and make us in different races. So we're two separate people. Now, because where we come from, Abraham, is it, as we are basically all from Adam, means that we are the same, different spirits and different purpose, right, under the sun. Um, this is Psalms 137 and verse start at 1. It says, by the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, when we wept, when remember Zion. We hung our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that we wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. I don't know even like as me read this, we can remember 12 years of slavery, you know, right? It says, oh, shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, not Egypt, not Africa, if I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. So if I know Israel, which is our land, not Africa, right, then might as well not have none for praise about, or sing about, right? So them err in the praising of Africa, but them don't really have more knowledge, is I mean that feel, right? So that's the lesson, so like for the delay, what the fuck going with a PDF version here, but I don't know. It's PDF, then fuck it up. But we have the hard copy. You can see it's a picture I literally just take from a book. Right, in regards to the niggers, yeah, who black, so called, skin complexion, the Israelites, but not because you're black means you have the same lineage or have the same nation, because again, nation to define the color that was done by Cracker, so-called white man, known as John F. Blumenbach, Blumenbach. Of what they call in a picture that still, but you can get even that information from there's a book known as From Babylon to Timbuktu, going some information and show you that this whole color scheme was basically done by the devil to divide people who him want, but the most I divide people differently, you know. So I hope this lesson is edifying to like out there. Of course, giving all praise to our boy, how about Shimil Shai, boy Shamaka Kodash, the mothers and to our elders and apostles of great milestone, and shalom to the full like shalom.